Chapter 7. Your Mission. There is an African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. You can do both, and in order to remember your soul's mission, you have to go alone first because you came here, on this planet and on this page, alone first. Even though many people around you are going to continue slow moving towards a purposeless life, you have already chosen to do something different. Now we want to encourage you to take some time to digest the information that follows and to meditate on it before you define your next plan of action. A powerful community is made of empowered individuals. As a creative entrepreneur, you might resonate with the immediate urge to heal the world, guide people to a better path, or help them find solutions to their problems. Although this is noble and very empowering for your soul, remember that self-care is just as important as community support. The two versions of yourself. There is the present version of you reading this, and there is the future version of you who has already gained knowledge and wisdom. The future you is more mature, aware, and knowledgeable. Your first exercise is to remember your future by tapping into the wisdom of your future self. Consider your good memory a divine gift, as it can guide you along the way. Begin with reflecting on the lessons that you've learned and the growth that you've experienced so far, and then embrace the past version of yourself, flaws and all, because it has contributed to your current growth. By understanding your past, you can make informed decisions in the present and shape a future that aligns with your highest potential. Now, starting from this perspective, it's important to acknowledge that everyone has a unique mission. Your mission is distinct and tailored to your individual soul journey. Your reason for being. Ikigai is a Japanese concept that represents the intersection of four fundamental elements. What you love. What you are good at. What the world needs, and what you can be paid for. It is often described as the reason for being or the purpose of life. In French, it's called raison d'être, which translates to reason for being in English. It refers to the fundamental purpose or reason for someone's existence, and it encompasses the core motivation, goal, or driving force that gives meaning and significance to a person, organization, or entity. Your raison d'être reflects the deeper purpose or mission that guides one's actions and decisions, providing a sense of direction and fulfillment. In simpler terms, Ikigai is the pursuit of finding a fulfilling and meaningful life by aligning your passions, talents, values, and contributions to society. It emphasizes the importance of discovering and pursuing work or activities that bring you joy, fulfillment, and a sense of purpose. Finding your Ikigai involves self-reflection, introspection, and exploration to identify your passions, strengths, and the needs of the world around you. It's about seeking a harmonious balance between personal satisfaction, societal impact, and financial sustainability. Ikigai encourages individuals to live with intention and pursue a purpose-driven life that brings them happiness, contentment, and a sense of fulfillment. Your next exercise, as a creative entrepreneur, involves identifying your unique purpose, values, and passions that drive your creative endeavors. It's about defining what you want to contribute to the world through your work and how you want to make a meaningful impact. You can leverage the concept of Ikigai to find your sweet spot in the creator and data economy. By identifying what you love, what you are skilled at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for, you can discover your unique niche and value proposition. This involves exploring your creative passions, honing your skills, identifying market demands, and finding opportunities to monetize your talents effectively with the willingness to explore different possibilities. By staying true to your purpose and aligning your actions with your values, you can transcend the gig economy and build thriving businesses that bring you joy, purpose, and long-term success. Finding alignment. If you could engage in one activity with your time, what would it be and why? If that activity captivates you to the point where you lose track of time because you're fully immersed in it, then you may have found something meaningful. The next step is to consider if this activity fulfills a want or need for people and if it has the potential for financial viability. People often do things that align with their values. These values not only shape their actions and possessions but also define their true selves deep down. Take a moment to reflect on what you currently do for a living. Does it align with your values? As you embark on your journey to thrive as a creative entrepreneur, remember that each step towards self-alignment should contribute to a sense of wholeness. This means that every process and action you undertake should contribute to a greater sense of unity, completeness, and integration. Procedures that enhance wholeness strive to create synergy and integration among different components. They acknowledge the interconnectedness of various aspects, recognizing their impact on different areas of your life, such as finances, personal growth, spirituality, wellness, and relationships. Instead of focusing solely on isolated parts or short-term outcomes, these procedures prioritize the bigger picture and long-term effects, emphasizing sustainability. Striving for wholeness also involves seeking equilibrium and avoiding excessive imbalances or fragmentation. This applies to different domains, including work-life balance, integrating diverse perspectives, and responsibly managing resources. As a creative entrepreneur, it's crucial to consider the ecological, social, and economic implications of your actions. By incorporating principles of sustainability, such as being environmentally conscious, socially responsible, and ethical in your practices, you ensure the continuity and resilience of your business over time, supporting its overall wholeness. Achieving perfect alignment requires harmony between the mind, brain, soul, heart, and the world, body. A simple way to check your alignment is to ask yourself a few questions when making decisions. For instance, if you're comparing being a gig worker or a creative entrepreneur, ask yourself what makes more logical sense, what feels more right to you, and what is more practical for both the present and the future. Envisioning your ideal future. Let's take a moment to explore and envision your ideal future. It's important to have a clear and vivid picture of what you want and deserve in life. So, let's dive into this exercise of visualizing your desired future with as much clarity as possible. First, remember that each of us has a unique soul with a special mission. In the Aquarius age, it is crucial for every soul to fully express itself in order to evolve and have a positive impact on the world around us. Expressing yourself involves embracing all the possible ways you can be perceived and experienced in this lifetime, whether it's through creative expressions such as speaking, writing, painting, innovating, inventing, breaking world records, or even starting a new business venture. It's essential to do what your soul enjoys and to have a clear end goal in mind. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on and answer these questions in your personal journal. 1. What is your personal definition of success? Take some time to define what success means to you, considering various aspects of your life: money, knowledge, spirituality, wellness, and relationships. 2. If you didn't have to rely on or worry about money, and if you had unlimited wealth, how would you spend your time? Imagine a life where financial constraints were not a factor, and think about how you would choose to utilize your time and resources. 3. If you could choose one career to work in for the next 5 to 10 years, with the assurance of retiring wealthy, which industry or field would you choose? Consider your passions, interests, and skills as you explore potential career paths. 4. If you had the opportunity to build or create something new, dedicating yourself to it full-time for an entire year, and knowing that it would eventually generate generational wealth, what would you create and why? Let your imagination run wild and think about what kind of impact you would like to make, and the legacy you want to leave behind. 5. If you could learn and master 1 to 5 skills, what would they be? Identify the specific skills that resonate with you the most, and that you believe would contribute to your personal and professional growth. Embracing your archetypes. Based on our experiences, we have observed that creative entrepreneurs often feel like they are living multiple lives or reliving memories within the same body. The purpose of this section is to inspire you to embrace your different personalities and merge them into your present being. To unlock the power of your archetypes, you must first become acquainted with them. These archetypes are not necessarily separate personalities, but rather different facets of your soul that contribute to your wholeness when they are in harmony with each other. Think of your archetypes as representations of the 5 elements, akin to the fingers on your hand. They embody the various roles you naturally play in the world. Society often conditions us to pursue only one job or career path, but as you've learned from this book, being a multipotentialite opens up a world of possibilities. Since your moods, habits, and needs evolve over time, it is important to define your archetypes clearly, as they collectively shape your identity. The goal is not to separate these archetypes but rather to align them harmoniously. You can be both a jazz musician and a day tech worker, or a master in the kitchen and an athlete. Take the time to explore and understand all your archetypes, allowing yourself to embrace your wholeness. By recognizing these archetypes in others, you will also broaden your understanding of people. To illustrate the power that lies within your grasp, let's delve into the basics of alchemy, which we will expand upon in future discussions. Fire. Your money life. The fire archetype embodies the roles of guardian, protector, and warrior within you. We encourage you to wield your spending power as a form of combat rather than resorting to empty words or physical aggression. Air. Your creative expression and intellect. The air archetype encompasses the teacher. We want to inspire creative entrepreneurs of the future to create new educational materials or to collaborate with qualified educators to establish homeschool programs that will benefit communities worldwide. Ether. Your spiritual life. The ether archetype personifies the magician. It embraces everything as a collective entity while being encompassed by all things individually. This archetype empowers creative entrepreneurs to manifest their visions and ideas by mastering their minds and taking ecological responsibility for their creations. Earth. Your wellness and personal home life. The earth archetype represents the builder. It urges you to nurture your values, make practical decisions for your home and family, safeguard your boundaries, and construct bridges for others to traverse. Water. Your relationships and emotional world. Lastly, the water archetype embodies the healer. It calls upon those who are drawn to seek natural remedies and support innovative doctors in their pursuit of holistic well-being. By understanding and embracing these archetypes, you can tap into the immense power that resides within you, and align your actions with your true nature as a creative entrepreneur. Accepting your call. As a creative entrepreneur, it is crucial to dedicate time to enhance your craft and acquire a basic understanding of financial education. Immersing yourself in practical experiences is the most effective way to gain expertise. Remember, action speaks louder than words. Learn the theory as you go along your journey. Besides financial resources, it is essential to learn how to manage your personal energy, time, and emotions. These individual aspects greatly contribute to your overall well-being and success. Let's reflect on the proverb, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. We are currently witnessing a revolution in human consciousness, and the individual question arises, what is my role in it? This is where the second part of the proverb comes into play, if you want to go far, go together. There comes a time in every soul's evolution when gathering with other beings becomes important. To do so effectively, it is vital to learn effective communication and collaboration with others. Discover where you fit within various social groups and where people fit in your world. As a creative entrepreneur, it is not only crucial to learn how to delegate but also how to seek support from your community. When a group of well-intentioned individuals gathers, magic happens. When these individuals have individually done their inner work, a conscious revolution becomes inevitable. This is the power of a mastermind. While we may not always know our forever mission in life, our true purpose is to be fully present, awake, aware, and alive, creating a vision that brings us joy as we continue to evolve. That is the essence of life. And in this journey, it is much more enjoyable to create, succeed, build, share meals, dance, and witness the unfolding future together with like-minded people. Occasionally, we may experience feelings of loneliness, even when surrounded by others. These are the moments when we need people the most, not necessarily physically, but emotionally and mentally. It is important for those who are alone not to succumb to grief and isolation, and for the tribe not to let anyone suffer in the darkness alone. The child who is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. African proverb. Loneliness and solitude are integral to our spiritual growth. They serve as initiation periods known as the dark night of the soul. It is during these times that we undergo transformative experiences, emerging stronger and wiser on our path. Experiencing pain and going through challenging situations alone is a fundamental part of human existence. It is through these trials that we can discover our inner strength and resilience, leading to personal growth and transformation. The concept of the dark night of the soul encompasses this journey of facing and overcoming difficulties, ultimately leading to spiritual awakening and enlightenment. May you find the courage to accept your call, the strength to walk in your divinely aligned path, and the wisdom to guide the others to do the same.